Welcome back to Fallout 4, everybody, and welcome back to the Institute. The first time, or the previous video that we came into the Institute, and we eventually found Sean, our son, or her son, or whichever way you want to put it. We finally found him, and we have learned that 60 years have passed, more or less, since the time Sean's been kidnapped. He's an old man, he can be our grandfather now already. So we found out who Kellogg was and so forth, and now we need to go and meet. Well, what happened, we actually agreed to be part of Sean's life in the Institute, but we have to go and meet some of the scientists, the heads of certain departments in the Institute. Otherwise we can't get out of here. And we need to go talk to Sturgis as well, so hopefully this is going to work. Man, this place is cool. It must be how they recycle their water supply. Okay, why am I stopping here now? Okay. Which way is the exit? Oh, there. I couldn't see the floor. Now the water is all coming to this point. This is probably how they recycle the water. Okay, now we have to go and meet certain people. Meet the division heads. Let's see. Well, I've got my markers here, so let's go and meet.
The protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Okay. That's a Corsa, and for once I'm not getting attacked by any synths. Synths patroller.
Hey there.
Nothing to report, ma'am.
Okay, that's weird.
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
Okay. Oh, looks like I can help myself to a couple of things here. What is this? Sensor. I don't know what this stuff does, but hey, there's a camcorder. Synth relay grenade. Okay, that I think could be useful. Institute pistols, cells. Okay, I'm not really worried about any of that stuff. Also useful. Okay, that's not really anything here I'm worried about. Okay, well, we need to meet people so we can get out of here first.
Courses on the hunt are relentless. If you see one, you should stay out of its way.
Doctor?
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Okay, well, let's see. Don't trust me.
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider.
The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you.
Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
Oh, you know about that. But this guy doesn't know much about synths, actually, even though he works with them every day. Does it matter? It was useless. Combat experience. Got lucky. Okay.
Why does it matter?
If there is some defect in Courser combat programming, then it must be identified and corrected. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Okay.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who are you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Okay, now where's
Dr. Ao.
Yes, what is it?
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a Courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Okay, I'm gonna run away so fast. Who are you?
I swear I spend half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin ruffles. We need to be able to collaborate with the other divisions, and that's a lot harder when they're always angry at us.
Angry about what?
What's Justin doing that's causing friction?
Oh, he's just pushy and demanding. He thinks his problem should be everyone's biggest concern. I have to admit, though, the other divisions have never taken our needs as seriously as they should. I guess they see us as a necessary evil or something. It's really not fair. Oh, just listen to me. It's the first chance we've had to get acquainted, and all I want to do is complain. In any case, it was good to meet you.
Okay.
Justin,
Yes, what is it?
you mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about it.
The SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population, looking for specific traits. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training regimen. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers. The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
Okay, what was the other option? Hold on.
Justin,
Yes, what do you need?
Okay.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
Okay. Who are you?
Hey,
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Okay, you don't say much.
You're here. Glad you made it.
There's a courser.
hey,
Carry on, ma'am.
Okay. There's not much else in here. I have no idea what this stuff does, but what do we have here? What? This TVs, surveillance cameras. Surveillance of what? This is on the surface. They are watching. So they actually do have cameras and things everywhere. Throwing surveillance. Okay, what's down here? These don't look right. This is probably something for courses or something of that sort. Okay. Well, let's head to the next, what do you call it? Doctor or person in charge. Okay. Well, I've got 3 things here, and I'm only supposed to have. Okay, nothing on there. Okay, well, let's head to this robotics.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right, that's all for now. You can resume your duties.
That's weird.
Hey, Doc.
It's a real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
How old are we talking about?
Well, the reactor and a lot of the related systems, you know, cooling, monitoring, power distribution, that's all pre-war tech. Most of the superstructure down here was built later, by the people who survived the war. I guess each generation's been tinkering with the place, adding labs, making upgrades, and so on. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah?
Enrico.
You know, I love my work, but I love being a father even more. Power demand jumped another 5% this year.
Okay, he's not going to give me anything else. Wasn't I supposed to walk through here now, robotics? Or did I just speak to the main person? Okay.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare polarizer on you, would you?
Okay. Who are you, lady?
Dr. Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of a revelation.
If you say so.
If you're about to launch into one of your
Son?
I am pleased to assist with the processing of new synths.
Don't bother.
This,
I've heard enough of this.
like, what you call it?
Write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can dream, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course, it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. Benet, you know where to find the teleport.
Well, just a moment. I never said that. I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, philosophers. You do well to remember that.
There's a new synth.
Hey.
Welcome to the Institute. Please, step right this way.
New here.
Okay. Where does that go? Alan Bennett.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Ah, it's you. You're finally with us. I'd just like to apologize for any trouble our synths may have caused for you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity, and they have very specific protocols for protecting themselves and Institute interests, most of which I designed myself. Not to make problems for you, though. Will you be staying with us then?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Ah, good. Sean is most pleased, I'm sure. He's been quite anxious to have you with us. If you require anything, especially as it pertains to synths, please let me know.
Okay, where's the other guy you were talking to?
Doc?
You've arrived at a momentous time. Our third-generation synths are a true breakthrough. The culmination of centuries of research. In It's no exaggeration to say that they're superior in almost every way.
Please, step this way for processing.
Superior.
What makes them superior?
The list of improvements is exhaustive. I can talk for an hour and still not cover all of it. Imagine what you could accomplish if you could live without fear of hunger or disease. Imagine what you could create if you could spend every waking moment of your life as you saw fit, with no need of sleep. Like I said, a momentous time.
That would be nice, not to sleep. Okay, and this is where they're actually making the synths. They inject it and they do funny things and...
3 levels of approval. Do you believe that? 3!
And then goes up. Okay, that is weird.
Welcome. Please proceed directly to processing.
Okay, that is weird. Okay, is there anything else in here that we're supposed to do? Doesn't seem to be. Okay, well, let's head out. Okay, who is next? Each one of these areas is a division. We were now in...
Rumor is,
that one.
Advanced Systems will be starting a new dark matter initiative soon.
Okay, so we were there. There's robotics. What's with this? Science.
Best part of my
Food.
day is coming home to my girls.
Medical. That must be like residential, I suppose. What is this? Oh, I'm not sure. Okay, well, let's see. Where were we now? Robotics. We need to go into bioscience. Some kind of storeroom or something. Okay. Can't go anywhere though.
Have you had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274?
Not yet.
See what's going
Dr.
on here.
Holdren's synth gorilla project is
What
showing
the heck?
promising results. So you were there the day the bombs fell. That must have been terrifying.
Yes, it was. Synth gorillas. And they obviously don't know that they're synths.
We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last remnants.
Okay, that's a bit weird, but okay.
Well, on subject, they're still people and they're suffering.
Oh, they're growing plants and things here.
After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
FEV lab entry terminal.
That's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Ah, okay.
Yes, well,
I need to go in there.
I suppose you're right.
Where does this go? That looks interesting. Bioscience terminal. Synth retention lab coat. Okay, nothing really there. What's this? More plants and stuff. Science terminal. Okay. Man, it doesn't get lost around here. Oh, plates I'll take. I don't have a lot of plates left over.
That's it.
Try tool. What the hell is a try tool? Okay, there's just a lot of science things in here. What's this? Oh, it's actually storage things. Okay. This room looks familiar. I just walked in a circle. What the heck? Okay, well, we need to first meet the people before we can do anything else.
Hi, Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Okay.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Okay.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Okay, let's see. What can you tell me?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled in, and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
Okay.
Dr. Holdren?
Anything I can help you with?
Don't run away, don't run away.
You mentioned medical care? I might need that from time to time.
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself to Dr. Dean Volkert. He's our top biologist, and also serves as the Institute's resident physician. Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary. Just pay him a visit whenever you need to. You won't find better medical care anywhere else in the Commonwealth. I'll promise you that.
Okay.
Clayton.
Good to see you again. Did you need something?
Synth gorillas.
Tell me more about those synth gorillas.
On the whole, I'd say they were a success. Their behavior does generally match what our historical data says it should be. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. The creatures can become suddenly aggressive, and they're quite strong. They destroyed 2 of their synth handlers. So now we keep them in an isolated habitat where they can be safely observed.
Okay. So we got a lot of exploring and wandering around to do later stage. So let's go and find our next person. Because once we can move around freely, then I think it'll be a little bit easier. Okay, so let's see. We were in robotics.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
Hi.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
Okay. Hold on. Where was I now? Bioscience. Advanced systems.
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
Mysterious Phase 3. Okay. Advanced systems.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Thompson.
Excuse me.
Huh?
I used to work exclusively on the synth projects, but lately I prefer less animated pursuits.
Everybody's got names.
Hi.
Well,
Yes?
that was
Yes?
productive.
Okay, well this guy doesn't want to talk. Who are you?
Doc?
Evan
Since
Watson.
you're new here, you should take time to learn our safety procedures, and the sooner the better. Rules create order, and order promotes efficiency.
Words any former soldier can appreciate.
A woman who understands the need for discipline will be a valuable addition here. I had some handbooks made up, but that was years ago. I'll see about getting one to you.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Take care then.
This guy's a bit fooling himself. I wonder where that goes. Okay, so you three don't say much. It looks like I'm supposed to go in there to talk to somebody. Fusion shells, pistol. Okay, so this lady is testing something. Synth relay grenades. Okay, hello.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
You pretty smart.
What kinds of blueprints?
Mostly components for a new plasma pistol concept I've been toying with. High energy weapons are sort of a hobby of mine. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us.
Okay.
Dr. Orman.
It's really exciting having you here. I can't wait to see what you can do.
Don't mind if I take a few of these, do you? Okay, let's see. Doors, this is just the office there. Office there, and there's terminals everywhere. Okay, sleeping area. Holotape. Advanced system notes.
This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this. Benet has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good. The responses map almost identically to expectations, some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, it's not really Sean. None of his memories are in there. That, even now, would be a step too far. It's starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the moment once or twice. Just a second or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy. Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his presence. If I were slightly more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
Interesting.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Okay,
What is it you're working on?
Advanced systems, special projects. You've seen the boy, Synth, already. We've been hard at work on him for quite a while now. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm sure that will come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Okay,
I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
Taking your new appointment in stride, I see. Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the Child Synth, to focus on Phase 3. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are successful. I understand those depend heavily on you.
Okay, I'm not aware of it yet.
Dr. Lee? Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much. I prefer to focus on my work.
You are...
Dr. Lee?
Suspicious.
Tell me about the people in your division.
I'm not sure what there is to say. Dr. Watson is the Specialist Project's lead scientist. He's, how to put it, very organized and precise. Dr. Ormond is one of the youngest scientists in the Institute, and she's something of a prodigy when it comes to physics.
Okay, so she doesn't want to talk much. Okay, well, I think... Let's see, have we spoken to everybody? Who are we missing? Okay, I think there's still somebody we're supposed to talk to. And I saw... There we go, there's something we're supposed to do.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary
There's a lot of
drive
sense.
servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thanks again.
Of course.
Okay.
Hey, Doc. They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
You don't run away so quickly.
Dr. Fillmore.
What's on your mind?
One question.
I'd like to know about the people in your division.
Of course. Dr. Lawrence Higgs is our mechanical engineer. He oversees the major life support and security systems. Power distribution is Dr. Evan Watson's area of expertise, and Dr. Newton Oberly is in charge of food and housing. He coordinates with bioscience to ensure that our meals are balanced for optimal nutrition. We also make use of a number of synth units for low-priority maintenance and labor.
Why does it keep running away?
Allie.
What's on your mind?
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes.
Okay, let's see quickly, sense retention, that's something new. Okay, we just need to go speak to Sturgis to finish this quest. There's a child, Julia Thompson.
Hey, sweetie.
Hi. Isn't it wonderful here?
That's the first child I've seen down here. Okay, elevator. Okay, now we got a quarter chip installed in our pit boy, which means that we're supposed to be able to go in and out of this place at will. So let's test it and see. I wish I could build a place like this. Imagine building a settlement looking like this place. It's better looking than a vault. More advanced. Okay, now where is exit? Here we go. Okay, let's hope that this works. Do I have to push the button or can I just go? No? Don't think I gotta go talk to father now again. Let's just see here. Access logs. Nope, nothing in there. Okay.
Emergency relay activated. Relay powering up. Ready in 10, 9.
Okay, let's see what happens.
8, 7, 6, 5,
Sure, that's a long count, that one.
4, 3, 2,
That's not 10 seconds, that's 20 seconds.
1. Relay online and engaging.
Whoa. That was a thing and a half. Man, look at that robot running. Okay, well, we are actually in the wrong place. And what's with all these robots? Oh yes, I forgot to mention. I changed all my Brahmin things to robots. Don't get stuck. Okay, we gotta get to Sanctuary. Sturgis, where are you? Must be down here somewhere. There's my provisioner. Instead of a Brahmin, you got a nice very first provisioner. Looks the coolest. Okay, Sturgis.
I really should study my lines.
Sturgis, get off the chair. What are you doing, man? So join you up there. I'll join you. How's that?
Here's that holotape you gave me. Full of Institute data. I hope.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
Okay, what are you expecting to find?
What do you hope to find?
Whatever the Institute doesn't want anybody to know. All the good stuff on here is going to be encrypted. So the first job is to see if I can crack it. After that, well, I'll have to see what I've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe.
Okay, inside job completed.
If you work, you eat.
Let me out.
That.
Okay, let's have a look at our quest quickly, yeah? Sense retention, travel, okay. We're going from there. Okay, well guys, that was now the part 2 of the Institute. And whew, man, we got a lot of work cut out for us. But until next time, thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys again. Cheers.